Alright, welcome back to day 39, and today actually going to talk about a very important topic, which is about woman, girl, relationships, you name it. So why I decided to speak this topic, if it's related to business, but also business is life, right? Because I'm soon 26, I experienced many relationships. I had a lot of girls in my life, and I can give you some tips because I think it's very, very important. So, starting with relationships. Good women can make your life 10 times better and worse, and bad women can destroy your life. And I'm speaking from my experience. I always attracted very toxic girls in my life, relationship, and the good girls I always pushed away. It's because of my childhood trauma and etc. But I already fixed that. But the thing is, when you're with another person, it heavily influences your life choices. For example, if you're a young guy, let's say you're 10 years old, you're building your own business, and your woman says, "Oh, you're not giving me enough time, we're not spending together enough time, you don't love me, blah, blah, blah." And what you're going to do is try to please that other person to put more time, more effort, and etc. And you're going to lose yourself. And that's very important. You can have relationship and not lose yourself, but that's where experience comes. Because the girl is like very interesting creature. It will always test you as a man and your boundaries and etc. But the thing is, if you're here, let's say, if you're 20 years old, no, let's say 18. So if you're 18 years old, we know nothing about women, and we get to our first relationship. This is like our test ground, right? First relationship, etc. This is where you get your first taste of what is like long-term relationship. I see that most of the people, let's say from 16 to 18, they get into their first relationship because, like, guys are horny. They want to get a girl because everyone's getting, like, you're getting social pressure and thinking that this is the one. Oh my god. But what you will quickly will find out that it's not the one. Sorry to break it to you. Very, very, very rarely it's going to be the one. What happens next? So, okay, you experience the first girlfriend, then you had another girls maybe in your life, and then what happens, at least in my case, I got in next relationship is around 20, 21. Let's say 20, something like, yeah, 2020. From 20 to 21. So I was in a relationship for 4 years. And that relationship was good. Nothing terrible. But the thing is that in that relationship, I lost myself. And when you lose yourself, you cannot focus on your business, your life goals, and etc. And what I see the biggest mistake in young guys, which you shouldn't do, is that they get into this relationship in this age group. They're like smart enough to realize what's going on, but not smart enough to see the whole picture. Because the whole picture is that most likely what happens that we emulate, we see what kind of relationship our parents had, and we replicate it in the same environment. So if our parents had toxic relationship, we're going to make the same relationship. Very rarely we're not going to do the same one, and we'll be in toxic relationship and we will be happy in that. Why? Because it's familiarity. We know like what kind of atmosphere we're getting, because when we're kids, we learn that this behavior was like this, it was okay, and basically we want to create safe environment because they feel safe, but it's toxic. And it's very, very sad because most of the people will get stuck in here. And I could also be with my ex-girlfriend right now currently, but I broke up like 8 months ago or 7 months ago, I'm not sure. And what I want to tell you, like, why it's very, very, very important that if you feel that this relationship is not for you, or you feel like, I don't know, you just feel it, something is off, right? And you still want to please another person, if that person other says like, oh, when the kids, when the marriage, when etc. And if you will try to please her, then your entire relationship will be uh, almost okay. You'll almost break up because you're trying to please another person. That's like very, very deep topic. But the thing is, if you're trying to please another person, your relationship is going to break up, dissolve. Just sorry for my English, but don't get in a relationship because you want to get 100% happy. And another what thing happens that this is the biggest mistake. From 24 to 28, this is if you still in this relationship and you go to this one, what happens kids. So baby. I'm speaking a little bit quieter because my parents are almost sleeping. So yeah. So in 24, 28, we have a baby stage and a marriage stage. Do you know how many people break up? Statistically, in my country, Lithuania, it's around 60% of divorce. 60%. And why it's important, do you think? Because you think that you know women in the stage. You think you know woman, so woman, yeah, woman the same as me, blah blah blah, she's 50-50. Oh yeah, she can do whatever she wants, she's the queen, you know. But the thing is that you don't realize that you're doing big mistake. And there's no point of saving it because it's already too late. Because I'll also explain why. But the thing is, when you get in a relationship, let's say if you started in 20 years old, by then you should have know every information needed, like how to set boundaries, how to respect yourself, how to basically not trap yourself in other person pleasing. And women will do all these trees that I mentioned. And you will notice that a lot of men get weak in relationship and basically give up their freedom, and the man is very happy in relationship and woman gets very happy in relationship. That's why they break up sadly. And the person was like, let's say from 20, it could be like, let's say 28, this is like where's that baby stage, right? But they sometimes break up at 35 or let's say 45, something like that. Because some people just stay in a relationship just to get baby grown up and just then divorce. It happens a lot. But we know like 60% of the people get divorced. But let's say another 30% hate each other's guts. So 90% of relationships are doomed to fail. And out of 10% is maybe they're happy, right? And maybe like out of 10%, maybe 5%. But let's say out of these people, like 5 people get 5. I think it's even less, like 5 to 3 people out of 100 marriages actually in somewhat lucky, or like they enjoy being with each other. But the point is that people get into a relationship from 20 years old to 45. They put their energy, effort, time, money, freedom, experiences. What else? I think it's many things, but the thing is, you sacrifice a lot. Yes, you will get beautiful child or children, but, and yes, it's very beautiful. I'm not saying like you shouldn't go to relationship. No. I'm saying that you should wait at least till 28, because imagine how much time, effort, money, freedom, experiences you can generate in your best prime years. And not only that, but most of the people who get in this kind of relationship, they get like whoever takes them. So like whoever whoever wants to be with me. So basically we take whoever, like only requirement, she's hot. Congratulations, boy, you played yourself. So the only requirement for the girl is just for her to be hot, and she shouldn't have like those requirements. I myself was like thinking, oh, she has to be smart, read books, go to gym, blah blah blah. No, that really doesn't matter. And no, she shouldn't be just hot. But the thing is that we have to realize that if we want to be successful in life overall, we have to know who we are picking in relationship. And if we're picking whoever wants to be with me, or like whoever's hot, then relationship is going to fail. Because we're going to waste this, and we're going to see like we're 35, 45, and wasted so much time that we could build ourselves, our business, our prime years, just because for other person. And who even doesn't like us or respect us. Because why? Because 60% gets divorced. 90% total is unhappy relationship. So what it means that you're gonna, I don't necessarily say waste, you'll learn valuable mistakes. Luckily, I won't need to do that, or at least I think I won't need to do that. But you know, like, why this even happens like this? Because people, maybe especially men, watch too much Disney movies. How we get in love, blah blah blah, and just we find that queen, the only girl, and basically we get in relationship with her. But the truth is that it's all alike. And most of the men, imagine, you're going to spend your whole life with another creature, which is woman, which is absolutely not the same as a man, which I also think she was like seeing like a man. It's it's like alien. It's like predatory species. Like it's absolutely different. Absolutely. And if you don't understand what you're getting into, you're going to suffer the consequences. Because if you think she's same as a man, or you don't need to learn about another gender anything before going to relationship, well, my friend, you're gonna get hurt a lot. Just prepare yourself. And you know, like I'm studying like relationships for about, let's say, a good 1 year, and I had like many girls, and I had 3 relationships. Some serious, some not, but I had like 4 years relationship. This is very serious, and I was even planning marriage or having kids, so it was that serious. But I felt like something is off. Something is off. So that's why I broke up. But the thing is that in order to get a relationship, you have to first of all experience different kind of women to see which one you're liking the most. Second thing, learn about their behavior, because I guarantee I know that most of the men don't know anything about them, and it's just crazy. How can you go to relationship without knowing anything? How their brain works, how they're thinking, what kind of psychological things they have, philosophical, how they look at the world, because it's just another creature. That's what I'm saying. And it's like very, very important to mention that if you're going to a relationship, okay, that's my only advice from this video. If you're a young guy and you want to go to a relationship, you should. But first of all, read at least 10 books about relationships, about why people divorce. Okay, about divorce, about seduction, relationship. Watch 10 different YouTube channels about relationship, and you'll see that maybe we're like a little bit different, you know, like not so similar. And I think it'll open your eyes, and maybe you won't even you won't even want to go to relationship. Because think about it, what man gets from relationship? yeah, you know what, you know what, yeah, and love. But what woman gets from relationship? She gets your time, she gets your attention, she gets your money, security, resources. So basically, you have to take care of woman like a child. So you have to like protect her, show attention, love her, and it's not bad. But do you want to do that in your prime years? That's the question for you. And especially if you want to get into the serious relationship, do you want to go to that relationship which is like 90% divorce rate and no one is questioning why? Why did it happens? So you have to really look what's going on there. And it's like very broad, right? I could talk about this topic in like 2 hours at least minimum because I have so much knowledge in that because I'm so curious. I just always research about it. But this is just for you to basically think why so many people getting divorced, why people live unhappily. It's and probably is because for ego, just many things. But basically, yeah, I think I thought everything is actually quite late. Today is Friday and my country is national holiday, so I don't want to. Not my brain is not braining. Sometimes I'll make videos like this, but the thing is like just choose the right woman in your life because I'm saying to you, and also like if for example you want to make a lot of money just to attract a woman, you already effed up. Because most likely what you're going to do is just attract a gold digger, and it's very likely that you're going to do that. And if you don't know that why you're doing that or like why you're attracting these girls, you're going to lose it either way. So just think. And if you're like interested in this kind of topics, I can create more. But I know like there's many channels that already covering this topic like this, and I'm learning from them. I don't think that I am the best one yet, but also with experience, I would say with experience. Okay, so thank you for watching. I'll see you in next video. Bye bye.